Just checking that this is working. Hello. Just getting it up on my screen here. 1 second so I can read comments. Load. Hello. Just popping up the comments here. Okay. Hello, I'm Stacy Chadwick from Your Front Porch. Today we're going to be making the Magnolia wreath. Hello, Karen from Philadelphia. Hello, Virginia from Florida. Welcome, everyone. I'm in Ontario, Canada. Ooh, from Colorado Springs. Saskatchewan. Hi, Bev, Vicky, Patricia, Kathy, Joanne. Welcome. I originally wanted to make this on a smaller board on Irish Made Crafts. She has a smaller insert and it will work on that. If you have that, it's handy, it'll save mesh. Today I'm going to be doing it on the small flower board from Unique in the Creek. Oops. I have, oops, 1 sec. I can paste here. I don't even know. 1 second. I can't even paste. I do have a link for Unique in the Creek. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. My apologies. I will post my link. I have a link for Unique in the Creek that you can find these boards on. You can also find mesh. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Hi, Mrs. Kovacs. So, this is the wreath. You can do it on a metal frame wreath as well. This one is straightforward, easy to use, it won't rust. It's made out of recycled plastic. It's stiff so it will hold straight for you. So we're going to start with this one. I've marked, if you want a screenshot, I've marked which holes we're going to use. We're going to be working on row 3 and row 4. So fairly easy. If you have the smaller boards, it'll be the same holes. If you have them from Irish Made Crafts, I'll post that link after. Unless Rita's on and she has it. She has it on Etsy, on Irish Made Crafts for the smaller. Then you only have to use single petals instead of doubling. Oops. I'm just going to lift my table up here. Just so you can see better. Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to see so many people from all different areas. 1 second here. So we're going to start. We're going to be using zip ties tonight. And in through the front, back around and back through. This is called loading the board. And then we're just gonna go through the zip tie. I'll turn it down just a little bit. Just till you hear a click. And once you have a click, it's locked in. If you don't hear it click, it's not in right. So take it out. I'm using 6-inch zip ties. Hello, hello. Oh, welcome everyone. So you can preload the board. I have a board already done. If you wanted to screenshot again, anyone who missed it, these are the holes we're going to be working with. So I have one already done. The blue is going to be one petal and the orange is going to be a different one, just to help know where you are. You can mark your board. You're not going to see any of this. The mesh will be over it after. Hello everyone, welcome. So we're going to start with 8 pieces of 10-inch mesh. This is poly burlap. You want something thicker, otherwise you're going to have to layer it even more if it's thin. This one's cut at 20 inches, so 10-inch poly burlap cut at 20 inches. And there's 8 of these. So we're going to go with curl side up. Oops. Welcome, Amy from New Mexico. Welcome, everyone. We're going to go so the 2 corners meet up, so we're folding the mesh in half. You don't have to clip it. I just clip it so it stays put. Then we're just going to line it up so it's square. I'm going to push it down so it's flat. So now it's double. You can see how much thicker it is. That's 2 pieces, and then with 1 piece you can really see through. So we're doubling it up so you don't see the board. If you have one of the Irish Made Crafts boards that are smaller, you don't need to double it up because you won't see the board. It's a nice small board. It's still made from Unique in the Creek, but she has them cut down. It comes in a 2-piece with an outer ring and a smaller inner. In Canada, shipping's expensive to get from her, so I was trying to figure out how to do it on this board. So that's why we doubled this up. Yes, 20 inches long, 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches long. 8 of them. So once it's square, we're going to turn it to a diamond shape with the point towards you. And then fold it up into a triangle. Just like that. Once it's in a triangle, you don't need to pinch the end, but I like to keep them together so they stay as a point. Just pinch it about 1 inch. And then I gather 2 on each side. You don't need to do the same fold. It doesn't need to be 1 inch. Just keep them uniform through your whole wreath, however you do them. You take it and flip it around and make kind of a bowl shape. If I can change that light. If you can see that. Switch it. None of them really want to show it that well. You can see it there. It goes into a cup shape. Oh, I guess I should have turned my camera sideways. I'm sorry. We're going to take it and go into one of the preloaded holes here. Just about 1 inch. Take it and tighten it. Sorry everyone, I should have turned my camera sideways. It's a little bit small for you. If we can do it now, if it will help at all. Okay, I'm going to move the camera. So if you get motion sickness, close your eyes for a second. Oh, I can't turn it while recording. Okay, we're stuck like this. Sorry, everyone. I'll know for next time. You can cut off the tail of your zip tie. Hello. Sorry, Mike Schnarr. So I'll show you that petal again. This 10-inch mesh, cut it 20 inches. We're going to fold it in half. Oops. Just make it square. Push it down a little bit. Turn it so the point's towards you in a diamond shape. Make a triangle. That. Then I hold it tight, I pull it a little bit, about an inch. Then equal folds on either side. Try and keep all your petals the same. Makes it more even. And flip it so it makes a cup. The center for this wreath is a pine cone. So you can get them at most craft stores. You might even be able to forage them in a forest if you live near one. And then load it in your board. This one's pretty simple. It only has 16 petals. Cut off the end. Hello everyone, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. Here in Ontario, everything's closed. We have a stay-at-home order. Again, fold the 20-inch poly burlap in half into a square. It's 10-inch mesh, cut it 20 inches. Put it in a diamond shape. And fold it up into a triangle. I flip it over. No problem. I'm so excited. I can't wait until I see pictures of everyone's creations. And make a little cup. So when it sits on the board, it will cup up. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Oops. So it's looking like that so far. I'll fold one more of these. I have some pre-done. I'll save a few for at the end if anyone missed it. This will be available as replays as well, so you can watch later and do it along with me. So poly burlap, 10-inch mesh, cut at 20 inches, and folding it in half. This is the small flower board from Unique in the Creek. I wonder if I can, just 1 second. I can, oops. Oops. To have no, that's not it. I do have a link for Unique in the Creek. I'll share it after. I have an affiliate link. Oops. So a square, turn it into a diamond shape. Yep. So I have it marked. This is a small flower board. You can probably screenshot it so you can zoom in after. Sorry, the ring light's showy. We're going to use row 4, no, row 3 and row 4, and we're going to use the shared holes on row 4 as well. So into a triangle. Pinch about 1 inch. Ooh, I'm a rhymer. Do equal folds on either side. I do 2 folds on both sides. You might do more or less. And then kind of bend it so it makes a cup. Oops. I have some pre-done here, so I'll put them in. Oops. Thank you everyone for sharing. If you have any questions, if I missed your question, you can ask again. If I missed it, I'm sorry. I'll look through after as well and reply to you if there's a question. I live in Port Rowan, Ontario. Right by the lake, kind of. Welcome, everyone. Thanks, Lori. You're sweet. Lori is the creator of these boards. You see her there? She teaches wonderful classes as well. This one sec. This one isn't sitting right. That's another bonus with zip ties. So you can cut it. They're not expensive. You can fix it. Oh, yep, Cortland's nice and close. Hi, Kim. Where did I put that? There. Hi, Luann Fox. So there's the first row. And if you have one of Irish Made Crafts, the center small board, you only need to do a single layer. You can do 10 by 10 folds. I'll show you the next row and it will be that for the outside. You only need to do a single layer. So this is the 10 by 10 poly burlap. This will be the next row of 4 in the center. For this row, so we're going to start with a square, turn it into a diamond shape. I always like to keep my edges, my serged edges, all the same on each side. Which I'm doing backwards. Clip it. Fold it flat as a triangle, just like last time, but this is only a single thickness. Pinch again the same. Welcome everyone. I love magnolias too, Brenda. That kind of makes that cup shape again. Whoops. And here we want to go where the blue was. When I held up the board before, the blue here, we're putting this petal. Gets a little bit tight with all the zip ties in here, but take it out of the way easy. You can see how it's starting to set up. And again, 10 by 10 poly burlap piece. Put in a diamond. I clip the ends just so it stays together. You don't have to. Fold it into a triangle. Pinch about an inch, or however much you want, just make them all uniform. Yes. Then into the cup shape. Sorry, my camera's sideways. It's a good way to get skinnier. Look nice and lean on my camera. A lot of state flowers are magnolias. Please share if you make one. Please share with me. I'd love to see the final result. It's very simple once you see how to do it. Now there's a lot here that have taken classes with me. So they know, they always start, and by the end their wreaths are beautiful. So pinch about an inch, and then an accordion fold. I use a wood burning tool to cut my petals, just so it holds the edges so they don't fray apart. You can use a rotary tool, but the chances of it fraying are more. So into a cup shape. Into the blue spot. Where are you, Jane, that it rained so much? It's rained here. Didn't rain last night, but all the nights before, it just rained at night, but just lightly. think my husband's enjoying it because the grass is growing and he gets to cut it more, which he seems to love doing. One last petal this fold. A square into a diamond, turn to a diamond into a triangle, pinch about an inch, can you fuse two? 1 second. Yeah, you can fuse 2 petals. There'll be more for the outside row. 1 second. So here's 2. So if you had these fused at the ends, it would work. For the double layer, yeah. If you wanted 2 pieces of 10, they might have more chance of, when it's folded, popping out more. You have, but I'm sure it would work. You could always try and Mod Podge those together, maybe? I'm not sure. I haven't tried it with 2. I haven't tried with fabric mesh either. Lori, hopefully you'll share with us. Oh. So we have all in the blue here now done. Now we're going to work on the red. This is a Star Trek petal for the experienced readers. Again, we'll start with a 10 by 10 mesh. Sorry, I'm reading in. So we're going to take it, fold it into a triangle. Then we're going to take one side and fold it into a smaller triangle. They call this the Star Trek because of that shape. I don't really know about Star Trek, so I don't know what that shape is. Then we're just going to hold the ends together. Put it in the board. Yeah, if you sealed them all together, they should work if you do 2 pieces fused together. You're right. I'll have to try tomorrow. It's less cutting for me if I do it at 20 inches and fold. It's just easier. So again, the Star Trek, square 10 by 10, fold it into a triangle. And then you're going to want to take it and fold it right over into a smaller triangle. Bring the ends together. This light really doesn't like white. Hello everyone, welcome. Yes, Amy knows about Star Trek. So you want to leave it so it's pointed up. Poly burlap kind of has a memory of how you position it. So you can kind of form it to how you like. I'm doing this different. Kind of want to fold them all the same way so all the openings are the same direction. You have the close fold and the open fold. I like to keep them all pointed the same direction. Lost a zip tie. Daisies. Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Amy, I hope you share when you make it. I'd love to see it. You could make it on a large board. You'll need more petals. It won't be the same as this. The large board is out further. So you're going to end up seeing the board. The smaller the board, the better. You could have another row of leaves. Won't really look as much like a magnolia though. Fold it so it's like this. The Star Trek petal normally sits in like this, but we're gonna put it in like this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hello, Candace. Candace is a big supporter of me. I forgot to plug my glue gun in, so I just plug that in. So it's looking like this. You can't see the board through with the 4-layer petal. Let me see a little bit right there. No problem, Becky. It's just kind of a regular sunflower petal, the Dean Michael one, but push the opposite way. Yes, the small boards are very handy for this. Oh, I think I might, oops, this might be what I'm looking for. This will load. Thank you, Elise. Just trying to see if I can share my link here. It doesn't want to share. I will share the link to Unique in the Creek. Sorry, my glue gun's warming up. For the petals, while it warms up, I'll show you the start of the petals. These were the petals I used. I want it a little bit thicker so it holds up better, and also so I can glue this center line to give it a little bit stiffer. So I have a thin mesh and then just a mixed poly burlap. I cut both of these in half. This is less than a roll. You could probably get 3 flowers out of 2 rolls. And then we double it up. So for this one, you want it a little bit thicker so when you glue it, the glue doesn't pop through. I fold it in half. I'm not shipping kits right now, Robin. I do have some for locals to pick up. The mesh is already pre-cut. You just need a hot glue gun for the petals. So you have it in half. You just put a thin strip of glue down the center. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Just really thin so it just grabs through the 2 layers of mesh. I'm going to do a little bit more. You can use any color for the leaves. For this one I have a mixed poly burlap. It has brown, green, natural, beige, I believe. Then I have a green fabric mesh over top. So it looks like this. And then just like the other petals, you can pinch an inch and then do an accordion on either side. And then kind of fold it out. You have a cute little leaf. Gives it a little bit more depth with the 2 layers. You could use 1 layer if it's thicker, or a thin one. It's up to you how you want yours to look. Oh, and here, I'll show you on a different board. And then you can go in on any of the holes. You can go in here, here, depending how far out you want the leaves. This one, I have them right out on these holes. It's connected, so it sticks out far. If you want it further in, so it doesn't stick out as far, or further out, there's lots of holes to choose from. If you want it all the way around, I just do 3. I like the way 3 looks. This you can preload as well. It's a little bit hard when you're putting the mesh on to have the preloaded there. Oops, I put that one in upside down. Welcome everyone. you have any questions, feel free to ask. You have your petal. My hot glue gun's nice and warm now, so I'm going to show you the center. It's just a pine cone. You can get them at most craft stores. You might be able to find them on the side of the road. If you go for a hike in the forest, you may want to make sure they're clean if you get them from the forest first. I'm sure there's some YouTube videos or something on how to clean them to make sure there's no bugs. I'm not sure. I just buy them. Sorry for the delay, Lori. I hope everyone sees. So for this, I just glue it right in the center. The pine cone's so light, it's not going to be falling off. Just going to put a good puddle of hot glue and stick it in the center. Just hold it for a minute to make sure it sticks good. With all the mesh in the middle there, it's all the grit pattern, so the glue will stick right into there and hold extra good. Extra good. There we go. If you want, you can pinch these so they kind of stay more in that shape overnight, so they kind of hold more if you want it more closed. I like it this way. So for the leaf again, I'm going to take 2 pieces. So my glue gun's hot. Fold it in half. You just want to put a thin layer on that fold. Enough to go through the 2 layers. And then push down. Don't burn yourself. Don't put a lot of glue because it will come through. If you do, I have a little bit there. If you do have a lot of glue coming through, you can use a blow dryer to melt it so it will go back in so it's not sticking out. Unique in the Creek does often have mesh. She just had a birthday sale yesterday. Happy birthday, Lori. So there's not much there now. There are places in the States you can order from. Linda, you're local, so if you'd like a certain color of mesh, I do have a lot in stock. So we'll take it, pinch it again, an accordion fold. Like that. Oops. I didn't preload the leaves. If you're just using 3 leaves, it doesn't take up much of the mesh at all for the leaves. 2 leaves is 2 10 by 10 pieces if you do it this way. Oh yes, Lady Fox does. She's in Ontario. And one more. I'll put it right here. Yes, they're 10 by 10. The outside ones I cut at 10 by 20 and folded them in half so they're double layered. Hanging zip tie. Use a zip tie to hang as well. Just going through here. Makes it adjustable. I use bigger ones normally. You can hang it up. It's kind of dark, and I should have had my camera sideways so you could see better. I hope you can see okay. Does anyone have any questions? A supply list for this. Small flower board from Unique in the Creek. If you needed a screenshot again, these are the holes I used. The red ones were the Star Trek petals. The row 3, row 3 is doubled, and row 4 is single. Then 8 pieces of 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches and 8 pieces of 10-inch mesh cut at 10 pieces. You need 16 plus the leaves zip ties, so 19 zip ties if you do 3 leaves. The mesh for the leaves, glue sticks, and a pine cone. Not much to it at all. The area that's on the board that's showing, which when it's hanging up you don't see it. You can use all kinds of different centers. Whatever your creative mind thinks of. You can even paint this yellow if you'd like for a yellow center. You could probably use some poly jute rope. What size is it when finished? Well, without the leaves, it comes to 17 inches. And with the leaves, it's 23 inches across. But depending where you put the leaves, they could be higher, lower, so you're still only 17 inches wide. You're welcome. Thank you everyone for watching. The replay will be here in the skinny form. If you want to get the supplies and make it yourself, you're welcome to watch again and do it along with me. Welcome, Marlene. I missed the first, yep, the double layered ones. Am I freezing? Don't look like I'm freezing. Sorry if I am. Our internet hasn't been great. So it's a 20-inch, 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches. Fold it in half. I just clip the corners so they stay. Put it into a square, so it's 10 by 10 double layered. Put it in a diamond shape with the point towards you. Fold it into a triangle. Like that. So there's the 4 layers. Pinch about an inch. And then do accordion fold to match up. Try and keep them all the same around the board. I do 2 on either side, so a total of 5. This is poly burlap. I don't know if you can find it anywhere right now. I'm not sure if Craft Outlet in the States has it. And it makes a little cup. Then when it sits, it goes up. If you look from the side, you can see the board, but when it's up on the wall, you don't. You don't see the board. Not unless you get close and looking in. Yes, I heat sealed them. Yep. Lower this a bit. So for the leaves, just gonna make this a little bit brighter. I think I have some cut pieces here. Yep. Use 10 by 10 mesh. I use 2 pieces, 2 different colors, just to give a little bit more thickness and to help hold the glue when I fold it. So I rotary cutted it, rotaried in half. I'll always say that wrong. So it's in a triangle. You put the 2 pieces together. You want to fold it down the middle like this. And then take your hot glue and just go in that center fold. Don't put too much because you don't want it popping through. And push down. If you have too much come through, you can always use a blow dryer to spray it off after. Here you go. Amazon has poly burlap, 10-inch. Thank you, Robin. I don't think we do in Canada. This is the small Unique in the Creek flower board. It's not a special board. You can use Irish Made Craft board, and then you only have to use single layer. You don't have to do the doubled on the outside row. Hers is small enough, then you won't see the board through. So you have that, so it has the spine down it. And then pinch. And there's your leaf. Any other questions? Yes, a small Unique in the Creek board. I'm just going to lower this a little bit more. Thank you everyone for coming and watching. I hope to see your creations. Kind of excited to see everyone's made. It'd be nice to have a little bit of me everywhere. But your own creation. Yeah, it is really pretty how it kind of curls up. And you can use it on any flower. Yes, Lori, of course. Please share. Thank you, everyone. Is it shutting? If you have any other questions, feel free to comment. I'll come back and check. Both my screens have different comments delays, sorry. You're welcome to ask questions. I'll come back and look. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And I hope you all have a good night. Please share once you've made one, please. Because my hands are going around. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. If I know how to turn this off.